What is up, guys? It is Zach and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be kind of a fun video. As you guys know, was it last week or something, I posted up something on my community feed saying I'll be answering your guys' questions, and I got quite a few questions. So this is actually the first time I've actually been able to do a Q&A video, because back when I tried to do it before, I was too small, so I didn't get a lot of questions. But now I actually got a decent amount of questions, so I am very excited to answer all of them. But before I do that, I do want to make a little bit of a really cool and fun announcement. Obviously, as you guys know, or as hopefully all of you guys know, some of you might be really new to the channel and don't know this, but my favorite game of all time, Luigi's Mansion, is turning 20 years old this year. And as you guys know, I love this game. It's my favorite game of all time, and it's a shame Nintendo aren't really doing anything to celebrate it, even like just porting the first game to the Switch, like literally doing nothing, at least as far as we know so far. And given that it's already almost August, I don't think they're going to announce anything. But nonetheless, I want to do something for this game. I grew up playing this game, I loved it, so this year is what I'm going to be calling the Luigi's Mansion 20th Anniversary Celebration, where basically I'm going to be uploading a bunch of videos throughout the rest of the year celebrating this game's 20th anniversary. And the very first video in this series of videos will be coming out next week, so I'm very excited to be getting these videos out to you guys. They're not going to be like, not all of them are going to be traditional, like me sitting here talking to you kind of videos. There's definitely going to be a few different kinds of videos, and I'm very excited to get them all out to you guys. So whenever you see a video go up and on the thumbnail, there's this logo on the thumbnail, that's how you know it is one of the celebration videos, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them. So without any further ado, let's get into today's video where I'm answering your guys' questions. Felix SR, or Felix Senior, asks, what are some things in the new Mario Party game that you don't want to be included but probably will be anyways? The only thing I can really think of is the single player mode for Mario Party the Top 100. If you don't know, the single player for Mario Party the Top 100 was basically a minigame gauntlet. You basically just like went on a world map and played minigames at each stop, and it was just kind of uninspired, kind of bland. But I think they're going to do the same thing here, as in a manner of basically unlocking the minigames. But since it's a party mode, I don't know, maybe they won't do that. But I still think they're going to go that kind of route. I mean, they kind of did the same thing with Super Mario Party. So that's going to be my answer. Basically having the single player mode be basically just like a minigame gauntlet. I really want them to do something more, but I don't think they will. Melanie's World asks, in Luigi's Mansion 4, what other pictures of characters to rescue would you like to include? I don't know if you're referring to like if there's an actual Luigi's Mansion 4 one day, or my concepts and ideas video. But I mean, I guess the answer's kind of the same for both. I do want a wider variety of Mario characters to save in the next Luigi's Mansion game, because having like over half of the characters you rescue, or I guess technically half because you say you get to, being Toads, is a bit like why can't you include characters like Yoshi or Wario or Waluigi or Daisy? You know, just include more characters in it. And that's what I did for my Luigi's Mansion 4 concept video, and that's what I think they should do next. Include more Mario characters, you know, get the rest of them involved. Maybe do something where, like, Wario and Waluigi, like here they're going on this great vacation and sneak off with them, and then they get themselves captured, or something cool like that, to where it's still Luigi's adventure, but you still feel like it's, you know, in the Mario world, given that you have all these Mario characters to kind of get themselves entangled in this mess, and Luigi has to save them all. That's personally what I think. Melanie's World also asks, in the Mario Saga, what are your favorite characters? You can only mention one male and one female. And for the sake of this question, I'm not going to include any characters that are in Luigi's Mansion, just because those would kind of be the obvious answers. The one male I would choose is probably Waluigi. Waluigi has just got a mystique about him, and I kind of love it. And then for female, probably Rosalina. Rosalina's got really good backstory that you learn about in Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. And she's just a great character overall, and yeah, those are my two picks for that. Yeah, Cardi asks, when will you make another Mario Party Dream Trip concept video? I really enjoy those concepts. Well, thank you. I had a lot of fun making it. And I will probably at some point. The thing is that I need to, or I don't need to, but I want to talk about with these projects, is they are not only just hard to make in general, because I kind of think of the concepts, get them down, like just kind of try to make them look good, you know? But they're also very expensive to make. These concepts, whether it's Luigi's Mansion 4 or Mario Party Dream Trip, they're just expensive to make. They are really expensive to make. You know, for context even, the Luigi's Mansion 4 project that I'm working on for October, I've already spent over $200 to get this project going. So, obviously, it costs a lot of money, and I definitely do want to continue the Mario Party Dream Trip one. You know, I would have done it in full back in June, but A, I didn't expect the Mario Party fanbase to actually really come to my channel. But also, I just, like, it's so much money, you know, just to pour into these one videos. I want to put, like, a little bit of money into a video, like I did with the Dream Trips video, see if it does well, you know, because if no one watches the video, then I just wasted, you know, a few $100s on a video that no one saw. You know, thankfully with Luigi's Mansion 4, that definitely didn't happen. A lot of people watched that video. Mario Party Dream Trip, a little less so. Definitely a lot less people watched that video, so definitely go and share it if you want to see a part 2. But it's mostly based on how well the first one does, to indicate if I want to do a second one. Because of how much money it costs, I want to make it worth my time in a way. Like, I love doing these projects, they're a lot of fun to make, but like I said, like, spending hundreds of dollars to have almost no one watch it, it's a bit, it doesn't motivate me to do more. So, I definitely want more people to watch part 1, because it's got like 5,000 views, which is pretty good. It's not bad, especially for a channel of my size, but I definitely would like more people to see it, to really, like, motivate me to, you know, make more. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but, yeah. Steven Angata, I hope I pronounced that right, I apologize if I didn't. I forgot if you said this already, but if a Bowser board returned, would you want Magma Mountain or Bowser Land, and which is more likely in your eyes? I see Bowser Land for both. I did talk about this in case you missed it in the the Mario Party boards prediction video, but I'll say it here. Definitely watch the video if you want the whole scope of all the Mario Party boards I think they're going to bring back from 1 to 3. But I definitely say I would prefer Bowser Land. Bowser Land is a much better board, in my personal opinion. And I think if they did choose one of them, it probably would be Bowser Land. Just simply because, like, just because of the nature of the other board, I don't think they would do it, personally. But yeah, I think Bowser Land is the choice for both of your questions there. Steven also asks, what is your favorite all-time Mario Party minigame from any of the games, including console and handheld, least favorite, and he's just tread carefully, sneak and store, what minigame that fits iTitle do you want it to be? Okay, tackling the first question, my favorite minigame. I'll actually direct you to a video for this one. I'm going to direct you to my top 100 favorite Mario Party minigames. I released this a bit after Mario Party Top 100 came out. Not a lot of people saw it. I even think the minigame list from then has changed a little bit, but if you want to see my top 100 favorite minigames, I'll point you to that video. As for least favorite, since least favorite wouldn't be in the top 100, I don't know if I really have a least favorite minigame in general, but I do have a least favorite minigame type, which are the puzzle minigames. I know a lot of people love them, but I personally was never a huge fan of the puzzle minigames. I don't know why, just they didn't appeal to me. Like I'm not a huge puzzle, like, guy in general, at least those kinds of puzzles. So yeah, any of the Tetris clone-y Mario Party minigames, usually I wasn't a huge fan of. And also some of those sport, like the ones that are based on real sports, like I know like Mario Party 5 and 4, I think have like the volleyball one, you know, minigames like that. No, I was never really a huge fan of those. And for this, the tread carefully question, I think I would like that to be Paths of Peril, only because I know it was called Paths of Peril in Mario Party Top 100, so it's going to be an N64 game, but I really like that minigame, and there's no other minigame with that name that I really would love to see return. I think, what was the Treacherous Tightrope from Mario Party 8 would be cool, especially if you like they implemented gyro controls or something, or just, you know, made that interesting, but I think Tread Carefully would be my more, like 100%, I would like to see that pick, personally. Jahook asks, in Mario Party Superstars, which extra modes from the past would you like to see return? Personally, I would like, maybe not the exact thing, but the story mode thing from Mario Party 6. I thought that was the coolest way to unlock mini-games, and it was just really cool. You got to unlock rare, special mini-games. I also liked the bonus mini-games from Mario Party 4. Some of them were like, you know, the Endless Book Squirm. Since Book Squirm is a minigame here, it'd be really cool to see Endless Book Squirm come back. There's also like the Doctor minigame, where you had to give medicine to like the patients and all that. You had to figure out which heartbeat was irregular. that kind of stuff. Maybe that could utilize HD Rumble or do something to make it utilize HD Rumble. I don't know, that could be really, really cool. There's a lot of cool mini games. Maybe like that bike mode, or there's like some modes in Mario Party 8 that involves your Miis. I think there's bowling, there's like a bike race, or like some sort of race. That would be really, really cool. I would love to see that kind of stuff come back. It's bonus fun side modes that you can come back to, make them all multiplayer, of course, and, you know, bring people, like, I think those are modes that are all, maybe not necessarily the solo mode, but all those different multiplayer modes that I mentioned are definitely replayable. Also Card Party from Mario Party 5. I really, really liked that. Maybe the dual, I forget what it's called, from Mario Party 3, the dual-ish mode thing. I don't know, I forget what it's called. But yeah, those are the things I would personally like to see return from older Mario Party games. Someone just named Name, that's it, just Name, asks, on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad do you want a Luigi's Mansion 4? Here's the thing, right? I would love a Luigi's Mansion 4. And, you know, I'd definitely be excited for it. I would definitely buy it, play it, all that stuff, of course. I'm just not as excited just seeing, like, the general direction Next Level Games has taken Luigi's Mansion. Even with Luigi's Mansion 3, as great of a game as it is, there's lots of things that I didn't like about it. And I just don't know if Next Level Games could make a Luigi's Mansion game that I really want. You know, it'll never be spooky again. You know, the human ghosts aren't as prevalent as they were in the original game. And just the charm and the styles are just completely different. And it's just not for me. So would I be excited for Luigi's Mansion 4? Of course. If they did even just small things to improve from 3, like having more variety with the common ghosts, maybe actually putting more human ghosts in there, having them actually inhabit the rooms rather than them just being bosses, you know, having, like, doing stuff with them. Personally, I think that'd be really, really cool, but I'd say 7. I'd say, you know, 7, but I want them to work on it a bit. I want them to spend a few years developing this title. Now, I believe they spent 4 years developing Luigi's Mansion 3, I think, was the development cycle for that. So, I would love to see them make Luigi's Mansion 4, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll give it a 7. Sado Crabo asks, what is your favorite GameCube game, and what's one game series you bring back that they haven't had an entry in at least a decade? That second question is really, really hard. I'll answer the first question, which is obvious, Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is my favorite GameCube game. It's my favorite game of all time. I know I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but I know I've gotten a lot of new people since like E3 and Mario Party came out and all of that, so Luigi's Mansion is my favorite GameCube game of all time. It's my favorite game in general of all time. And a game series that hasn't had an entry in a decade, I don't know if this counts as a series, but I want to see a sequel to Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness is a horror game where basically it's just a regular survival horror game, but the game messes with you. You have a sanity meter, and as that depletes, there are certain events that happen to you that make you kind of question, like, if something's going on. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who maybe wants to play it and hasn't played it. But yeah, Eternal Darkness, it's only gotten one game, and that was back, like, on the GameCube, so yeah, I hope that counts, but I'll have to say definitely Eternal Darkness. Loyalty Brown asks, if you were Luigi in Luigi's Mansion 2, which boss would scare you the most? Okay, my brain immediately went to the giant spider, but the spider had a very cutesy design, so it probably wouldn't scare me that much. The staircase would probably scare me a bit, because you have a giant, huge staircase attacking you. Okay. What was the third boss? The clock, well, it really wasn't much of a boss. It was just like a boss gauntlet, or like a ghost gauntlet with just spinning hands, so the clock probably wouldn't scare me. The ice boss would probably scare me just because of how bad it is. The giant knight, not really. I mean, just seeing giant feet come down at you, I don't know, like, it'd probably scare me being like, oh my god, but I wouldn't be, like, petrified. So, and then King Boo. Yeah, I'd probably say the stairs. The giant stairs that are just jumping at you and attacking you. That's probably what I'm going to say. Carlos Felipe Ortega Zon... this is a dangerous last name to say. Carlos. Carlos, do you own any amiibo? If you do, how many do you have? Amiibo-wise, I have Mario in a Mario Party 10 bundle, Luigi the Smash Brothers one. I have Zero Suit Samus and Samus Smash Brothers ones. I have Toon Link from Smash Brothers. I have Inkling Girl from Splatoon, not Smash Brothers. And I think that's it. So that's a total of 6. And then the second question is guess my height. If I'm going off the general demographic of my channel, which is usually between the ages of 13 to 18, my guess is probably like, you know, and given like you actually structured your comment really well, I'm gonna say you're on the upper end of that. So you're probably like 5'6", 5'7", maybe. That's my guess. MyMine64 asks, do you think they'll make Luigi's Mansion 4 in 2025 or 2030? Personally, I would lean towards 2025, personally. Mostly because of the fact that Luigi's Mansion 3 sold really, really well, so I'm sure they'll want to make more Luigi's Mansion games. And that gives a 6-year gap between Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, or sorry, yeah, it's the same as the gap between Dark Moon and 3, so it's possible that it could be another, 6 years from 2019 to 2025, then we could see another Luigi's Mansion game. I think that could make sense. Luigi Story asked, what inspired you to start with YouTube? Also, why is the music in Dark Moon so awesome? How is it different than the other games? Those are my 2 Q&A questions for now. Technically, that's 3 questions, isn't it? Just kidding. So to answer the first question, what inspired me to start YouTube? I started my YouTube channel back in 2012, I basically just like wanted to show off retro games I collected, because I started to collect retro games in 2012. I was 14 years old, and this was really before, YouTube, there were definitely big YouTubers, and, it was a big thing in 2012 still, but it wasn't like it is now. Like, the YouTube environment now is definitely different than it was almost 10 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think, that this channel is almost 10 years old. Yeah, I really just wanted to show off games I collected. That's mainly what I did for the first 4 years of my YouTube channel, really. And it was good fun. I loved doing it, and then I had to rebrand, or I didn't have to, but I rebranded my channel in 2017 to ZakPak, and started to talk about more modern Nintendo stuff, as well as some retro gaming stuff. Like, I talk about Luigi's Mansion and retro games I talk about every now and again. But yeah, it was mostly just for fun. It's still mostly just for fun. Obviously, I do get a little bit of revenue, which I usually put back towards the videos, like the Mario Party Dream Trip and Luigi's Mansion 4 and all that. So I know there's a long-winded question that maybe actually didn't truly answer your question, but I wasn't inspired to start a YouTube channel. It was more so just I wanted to, because it seemed like fun, and here I am still doing it 9 years later. It's kind of crazy to think. And then also, you asking about Dark Moon's music. I think the thing that makes Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon's soundtrack so good is that it takes the first game's amazing soundtrack, which the first game, I definitely agree that Dark Moon's soundtrack is better than the first game, but the first game set the groundwork for an amazing soundtrack. Dark Moon took the music from the first game, changed it up a little bit, made it work with the atmosphere it gave off, and just made it really work. And then also introduced some new songs and new themes that were also very memorable and very good. That's where I think Luigi's Mansion 3's soundtrack is very forgettable. It relegated the soundtrack of the first 2 games mainly to Easter eggs and all that, and to me, wasn't a huge fan of that, so that's why I think Dark Moon definitely has the best soundtrack of the 3 games. Wish the instrumentation was a little spookier on some of the songs, but even then, Dark Moon still has a great soundtrack, so hopefully that answers your question. Luigi's Beta Mansion asks, what are your thoughts on the Origami King? I stopped playing it at around the 3rd, it was like in the middle of the desert-themed area. I just personally, got so bored with Origami King. I just stopped and just did not care to return. I didn't care for the battle system. It was just stupid. I didn't care for it. The bosses were mediocre. I hated that they were just, standard office supplies. That was kind of stupid. Even if you kind of give them personality, that doesn't change the fact that they're just office supplies. I didn't even give them, googly eyes or something just to make them a little bit more unique. It's just literally a giant stapler and a giant box of colored pencils. So stupid, in my opinion. I just did not really enjoy the game, personally. Yeah. I mean, I talked to CC Media, Chris, recently, and he played through and actually beat the game not too long ago, and he told me it does get better, but I don't know, with all the games coming out this year and with everything else I'm playing, I just have no reason to return to it, personally. Alexander McFarlane asks, assume a Super Mario Party sequel with 28 characters, 14 heroes, 14 villains. The heroes are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Daisy, Rosalina, Birdo, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Pauline, Wario, Waluigi, Toad, and Toadette. And 2 of the villains are Bowser, Bowser Jr. What other 12 villains should join Bowser as playable characters? Basically, every single villain from Super Mario Party is quite good. I would also add Blooper. Bring Blooper back for Mario Party. I'd add Kamek, and I think actually that's probably it, right? Because it was 10 before, so yeah, I think that would be it. Everyone that was in Super Mario Party, and then Blooper and Kamek, personally, is what I think. And I think that basically is like the all-star Mario Party roster, including every single character that's playable in a Mario Party game, except I think Spike, who's only playable in Mario Party 10. But yeah, I hope that wasn't like a completely underwhelming answer, but it's basically with the lazy roots choosing because I mean they did a decent job of choosing the enemies for Super Mario Party, so it's literally just those enemies, and then the other 2 slots would be Blooper and Kamek. Revisical asks, how was your trip to the UK? It's good. Well, I'm still here. I'm still in the UK. I'm here for another 3 weeks. Sorry, math. I'm not good at it. I'm here for another 3 weeks. And I'm enjoying myself. I've gotten to see some friends, I've gotten to see some family, and it's been a really, really good time so far. Now thinking about it, actually, I'm staying here for 6 weeks exactly. 3 weeks are gone, 3 weeks are left, so I'm halfway done with my trip here. But I've been enjoying myself, I've been loving every minute of it, and yeah. DRP Smash asks, would you recommend VR gaming now that I have a VR headset? Yes, I do like VR gaming a lot, and I would recommend it. It's starting to get some steam. There's starting to become a decent amount of games that you can get on, like, the Oculus Quest 2, which is what I have and all that. The one thing I would say is that if you're easily motion sick, I think that VR gaming might not be for you. Only because I didn't get motion sick a lot, but there were certain games that did make me kind of feel motion sick. I played a VR Chat. That made me feel motion sick after about half an hour, though I would play something like Doctor Who: The Edge of Time, as well as Sports Scramble, whatever that game's called, and they never made me motion sick. So I guess it just depends on maybe the game or maybe how your head comprehends VR. But all I'll say is if you're easily motion sick, I'm just going to say stay away, but it's a really good time. It's really fun. Rulebreaker XO1 asks, what is your favorite Mario Party game and your worst one out of the mainline ones and why? I'm going to point you to this video up here, where I rank all the Mario Party games based on my personal preference. But I will at least say my favorite and least favorite, and then you can check out where all the other ones fall. My favorite one is Mario Party 6, mostly because the day and night cycle really, really worked. They obviously evolved that a lot from Mario Party 3 and made it really, really work. The board's spectacular, I love the minigames, the character roster is decent, and it's overall a great Mario Party game. My least favorite is Mario Party 9. Mario Party 9 introduced the car mechanic, and lots of people actually liked 9 but didn't like 10. Well, granted, I didn't really like 10 either. But I thought 9 was worse because I just thought there was less to do. 10 at least had more interesting modes to choose from. And 9 just like wiped out like half the character roster and brought in like Koopa Troopa and Shy Guy, which aren't the most interesting of characters. Yeah, I just did not care for 9 at all. And every time I've gone and tried to replay 9 to see if I would enjoy it, I just never ended up enjoying it. Even the people I played with got bored with 9. You know, people who never played Mario Party before, I let them try 9 with me, and they hated it because it was just so, like, there's no strategy involved, and it was just kind of bleh. And they're like, it's all free-for-all minigames in Mario Party 9. Like, yeah, you have the cool bosses at the end, but it's like if the minigames are all free-for-all, there's no strategy, it's just not fun, personally. Matuez Puz, I can't pronounce that last name, I'm sorry. Do you own any Mario plushies? I own quite a few. I own Mario, a few different Luigi ones, Bowser, Toad, Waluigi. I used to own a Birdo plush. It was like from Japan, but it got chewed up by a dog, unfortunately. I want to get a new one. What else? I think that's mostly it. I have some other gaming ones, like I have Toon Link, and I have Knuckles, and actually, no, I have a couple more Mario plushes I forgot about. I have Boo, and I have Mecha Koopa, and I think I have a Yoshi somewhere. But nonetheless, yeah, those are my Mario. I might have Wario as well. somewhere. Oh, I have a Donkey Kong one too. I have a lot, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I have a lot of Mario plushies. DRP Smash asked, what made you start a YouTube channel? Kind of did already answer this question, but basically just wanted to show off retro games I was finding out in the wild in New York City, and I wanted to show that off. So yeah, that's my answer to that. DRP Smash also asked, what do you think of the new Nickelodeon game, Nick All-Stars Brawl? Looks cool. I've been seeing a lot of, actually, been getting a lot of different responses from people. It's actually really, really cool to see how many people are excited for the game and want certain characters in it. They're even doing more with this, and Nintendo has with Smash Bros. With the rollback code, whatever it's called. So yeah, it's really, really cool to see this, and a lot of people want Hugh Neutron to be in, and Mark DiCarlo is a really, really cool guy. And I really hope they bring in Hugh Neutron. It's actually kind of funny. So I actually posted a tweet on Twitter, definitely follow me if you haven't, where I literally said, I will buy the game day one if Hugh Neutron gets announced for this game. And I said I would pre-order it if Dinkelberg gets announced. So that's I don't know, I just thought it was a bit funny. But yeah, a lot of people have been talking about it, and it's really, really cool to see, a lot of people excited for this game. I'll probably give it a shot because a lot of the stages look really, really cool, and it looks just like it has a lot more effort put into it than kart racers, personally. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. The Cool Bros Cool Man asks, why was Luigi called Green Mario? If you're talking about way back in the day, that's because Luigi was literally just a color swap of Mario. It was the same sprite, but the colors were changed. Yeah, that's, I guess, the answer to that. I'm presuming that's what you were asking. The Random Dude asks, what's your favorite Mario Party game? I did answer that, but again, you can check out the little video up there, and again, Mario Party 6. Super Mario Benny then asks, I'm sorry to be that guy, but what's your opinion on Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl? I think it looks good. I think it's it looks cool. Like I said, has a lot more effort put into it than the kart racing games, in my personal opinion. And maybe I'll give it a shot one day. I'll get it when it's on sale, or if Nickelodeon or Game Mill meets my my tweet demands of having Hugh Neutron and Dinkelberg in, then I'll get it day one. But yeah, I'm not. It's not a game that I'm chewing at the bit for. But it's cool enough. And the last question is from Playmaker103. What color is my toothbrush? It is orange. Though I definitely need a new one. My toothbrush is starting to get pretty worn down, so I might replace it sometime soon. So I don't know what color I'm going to get. If I have a choice, I'll probably get a blue one. I like the color blue. But there you go, guys. Those are all of the questions that have been left for me. I would like to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you for leaving questions for me to answer. Maybe one day I'll do this again in the future. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All the stuff down below. Click on the notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos. And check out the merch store. There's some cool stuff up on there for you to check out. And also keep an eye out for those Luigi's Mansion 20th anniversary celebration videos. Like I said, there will be one a week from today. So hopefully you guys are excited for it. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.